Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Dan here and we're going to continue our F1 22 series. I've finally stopped getting copyright striked, I hope, and changed the music to the F1 theme, which sounds something like it's out of the Avengers or something, especially the start. If you haven't listened to it, go into the settings, go all the way down to the bottom of audio and change the ear music to theme and take a listen for yourself. Anyway, we've got some mail. Let's see what we've got. Incredible. So, to compensate us for waiting on Steam for this game to come out, they've very kindly given us 4,300 XP. I'm going to claim it, and I'm also going to say that is absolute crap. I'm sorry, but we waited 8 hours for the game to come out after you said it would come out. And this is what we get. No pit coins. No in-game content. No refund. Just some XP. Which, unless you've paid for the podium pass already, you're not going to benefit from. So, thanks, EA. Still says I've got mail. I have no mail. Good to see that's not been fixed yet. Anyway, it's time to get some activities started for today. We can get some resource points here for some cash. We definitely want that. So let's drop that in right before the event. That leaves us 4 days. Team acclaim. We can get some cash. Driver acclaim. You know what? I think I'll go for the team acclaim to help get the team leveled up a bit more. Over in R&D, we're saving up for the... Well, I was going to say this, which is the engine cover. However, after the last race, I will be beelining for spark plugs and anything that can give us more engine power. Because, oh my god, we were slow in a straight line. Okay, without further ado, let's head over to here and go to this event.
Head on over to the corporate tab and select the sponsor screen to choose who we should approach.
Oh no, that's interesting. So that is based off of the charity events that we had in the last... Sorry, just opened a can of Coke. In the last episode. So it did come back, not to bite us on the ass, but it did lose some morale for the chassis department. But we got some acclaim out of it, so I guess there is some good to it. Let's keep going.
We had a major
that's
issue
not
on the
good.
production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
And we're not going to get it until after Spain. Oh, this is going to be painful. Okay, let's soldier on, I guess. Let's actually have a look at the progress history. Oh, that may explain a few things. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, we're going to get underway with quick practice here. We're going to go straight into race strategy because this one normally takes quite a long time. We're going to skip that. We're going for resource points here. So we're going to pick all of them up first. And that one. Got some... Yeah, cool. We've got drag reduction in here. We'll definitely come back for that one. Another 120 points. Can we get another 60? Yes, we can. Okay, let's go... What do we got here? Rear downforce, not so much at the minute, but we want drag reduction. Yep, we got that. 8 minutes left. We can't do those. How about 850? No, can't do any of them. 850, 540. We can do a gearbox durability upgrade. That's slightly disappointing. That's the only one we can do as well. We missed that other durability upgrade. So I guess we're just wasting the time on this one. We didn't get it, unsurprisingly. Okay, next up. Right, we'll go in with the rear downforce again here. Got it. Go for the resource points. There's another drag reduction one in here. Yep. We'll get the second drag reduction upgrade. Cool. We're not too worried about tyre wear just yet. Weight distribution, maybe. What have we got here? Weight redistribution. Okay, let's go with this weight redistribution. this weight redistribution. Thank you. Gearbox, no. We got 2 in here. We could try this one. Okay, didn't get it. That was a waste of time. 4 minutes 40. If we go for the 25% one, let's do it. Okay, that wasn't really a surprise. We got all the resource points, which is the most important thing. You just got to pick and choose from a batch of not so great upgrades that we've been left with now. Okay, let's go with the tyre wear one again. Cool, so we completed that program. We don't want the gearbox durability. We do want this. It's going to give us gearbox now, isn't it? God damn it. We could try that. No, we'll play it safe. We'll go with a gearbox. Then we'll get the tyre weight reduction. I didn't notice that. I thought that was weight redistribution. God damn it. Okay, and then we should be able to get the final one. That's everything. Yeah, fantastic. Well, there we go. Oh, God. Poor Cher not really pulling his weight there, unfortunately. So my hope is, because I don't think we've got enough of that, I don't think we've got enough of the weight reduction upgrade, but we might be able to afford it with the discount. I'm hoping. So let's keep an eye on that one. We've got more there for the side. Some massive discounts going on here, and it's going to be the last one to show up. But wait till the gearbox improved materials is literally free or worth barely anything. Ah, we do have enough. Excellent. Right, we're going to go and get that straight away. Okay, I know we said we were going for engine upgrades, but we really need something here. We're going to get it after Azerbaijan, but before our home Grand Prix. Yes, we will do it. So we're underway with qualifying. This is the end of our first attempt. Coming round the final corner now. The car didn't feel too bad around this circuit, and ERS isn't going to be a massive issue, but we get P16 ahead of Nicholas Latifi there. Go out a second time. Much faster this time, nearly a second up on our previous time. It is dropping slightly because I messed up that final sector, but we crossed the line. We don't improve on 21st, but we're definitely going a lot faster. And now onto the final attempt as we come round into the chicane. This is where we're going to gain most of our time back. Look at that, going way up by at least 2 or 3 attempts there. As we come around the final corner, DRS open, and across the line we go. Into P16, we get to the end of the session. And, well, we're not into the top 14, but we may have done okay there. We have gone P20, but Sebastian Vettel has got a 5-place grid penalty. So that should be fun. Let's get on with the race then, I guess. Well, here we go. We've finally made it to round 3, and, well, we'll be looking to try and improve on the absolutely diabolical results in Miami, not even able to beat Nicholas Latifi and the Williams on the final lap. This time, at least, we've got a few more people starting behind us. At least that's the hope anyway. So don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you know when the next race is uploaded after this one. I believe it's Monaco. God help us. Anyway, we're on to the starting grid order now, and we've got Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz lining up on the front row, the 2 Ferraris. Will we see Carlos Sainz take his first Grand Prix victory? They're followed by Max Verstappen. He's alongside the Mercedes of George Russell, followed by their teammates Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez in P5 and 6. Then we have Fernando Alonso at his home Grand Prix, loading up alongside Lando Norris in the McLaren, his old team. Then we have Esteban Ocon in P9, and rounding out the top 10, we have Valtteri Bottas. Behind them, we have Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher, the 2 Hasses, just missing out on Q3, followed by Pierre Gasly and Daniel Ricciardo in the other McLaren. Quite a difference between those 2 today. Then we have Yuki Tsunoda lining up alongside Lance Stroll in the lead Aston Martin, followed by Zhou Guanyu in the other Alfa Romeo, and Alex Albon in the lead Williams. Then it's the jump back to us in P19. We're alongside Nicholas Latifi once again. And finally, on the back row, it's Sebastian Vettel and Theo Pourchaire. Right, well, we're in for an absolute dogger of race, let me tell you. Let's get underway with the lights going out, and not off to a fantastic start. We've already lost the position to Nicholas Latifi. Sebastian Vettel will be looking to try and get something going as well, as our teammate nearly hits us, so we had to take a void in action there. Nicholas Latifi, just for no reason at all, pulled in front of us in the braking zone and then moved back across. Not entirely sure what that was about, and that allowed us to go onto the grass and allow Sebastian Vettel to come through as he right on board now, as we got a yellow flag. And I decided to test the mechanics in this game, overtook at least 4 cars and did not get a penalty, so immediately we know what kind of race this is going to be. Kevin Magnussen out of the session after 2 corners, so the Ferrari power unit showed its reliability once again, as we get some kind of weird glitching on screen. I don't know whether that'll appear in the final video, but for me it's looking a little weird. Anyway, up ahead, our teammate Theo Pourchaire has managed to get past us, but now he's stuck behind Lance Stroll and Alex Albon, who, to be fair to the both of them, have been doing pretty well. We got Yuki Tsunoda trying to go around the outside of us here, and we're not going to allow this to happen. We go deep into the new corner on the circuit. Tsunoda cuts back, but we've managed to stay ahead of him as we come around this long right-hander. He's on our left-hand side. We get on the curb, nearly lose the rear of the car, go a little bit deep into the first right-hander before the chicane, and then we get through nice and easily, and away we go onto lap 2. Not a fantastic start for us. We gained 2 positions there, but we're already showing signs of weakness against our teammates and other cars around us. As Tsunoda goes to the outside into turn 1, we get the position away from him, and he goes shooting off into the Nether Realm. Meanwhile, Theo Pourchaire up ahead, already broken 1 second away, despite us being faster than him in qualifying. This was Yuki Tsunoda. Down the outside he goes, and locked up on entry, ends up losing 2 positions there. Into the shadow realm he goes, as we continue on lap 2. Now we've got an old enemy, Zhou Guanyu, former teammate at Radiant Racing as it was, has come for revenge on his former teammate and team boss. He goes down the inside into the new corner, and is going to easily keep the position. Of course, our new Jeff is on the radio now, whining about how poor the engine's doing, and he's not wrong. As we'll see later on in the video, the car is literally falling apart as we come through this Grand Prix. Bear in mind, we're 3 out of 16 races in, and it looks like we're already going to have to replace most of the components on the car. Not that that matters too much, because we are incredibly slow, as Sebastian Vettel breezes past us with no issues whatsoever, and leaves us absolutely hanging in the dust. That leaves us Yuki Tsunoda behind us and Nicholas Latifi. Tsunoda, of course, we know has made several overtakes to try and get past us already, and Nicholas Latifi is incredibly slow, granted, but we saw what happened in Miami with the Williams and how fast it was in a straight line. That means we're vulnerable. And there we see, that's the difficulty we're facing. The internal combustion engine, turbocharger, gearbox and MGU-H, I believe that was, all nearing the end of their life. And I think at least one of those components is going to blow up by the end of this race. As we come through turns 1 and 2, Tsunoda has easily got past us in the DRS zone, and now we've just got Nicholas Latifi behind us. Up ahead, our teammate, if you look down to the left-hand side, at the minimap, is holding up a train of cars as we get another lag spike there through the replay, at least for me it is. And we'll rejoin on lap 5, where unfortunately for Pourchaire, he seems to have lost a few positions and has not been able to keep up with the guys ahead of him, and is now just in Yuki Tsunoda's way. Nicholas Latifi is sniffing around like a pervert behind us, looking for an opportunity to get past. He's not going to get one, let me tell you, as we come down around the final corner. Tsunoda more than likely going to use this opportunity to get past Teo Pourchaire, which may present us with options. We saw what happened in Miami when cars were going slow, battling each other, as they did in Saudi Arabia. We come down into turn 1. They're both going slow. Sonoda's got the placement. We're going to have a look at our teammate now. Not quite going through turn 2. As we come around turn 3, unfortunately, we're so evenly matched here. We just cannot get the car alongside him. As we come through this section of track, one thing that I think I have really highlighted is just how difficult this season is. We're on 85 difficulty, which I thought would be enough, but I think I might even have to reduce that down and make myself look like a total noob, because at the minute I'm just spending too many races at the back, not able to catch up at all. Point in case being right here as we get the overtake, we get the DRS on Teo Pourchaire, barely dented the gap in front of us, and we come round the sweeping right-hander again. We'll see if we can close up in sector 3. It seems to be working. Try and use more curb than he does to try and catch up, but no, he has started to pull away yet again. DRS open, overtake is on. We are creeping forward at a snail's pace towards the back of his car. The slipstream just nowhere near as powerful as it used to be. Had this been F1 2021, we would have easily got past him there, even in this absolute shitbox of a car, for another lap, or multiple, it turns out, as we rejoin the action on lap 11. We are still looking at our teammates' rear end, in a non-suggestive way, but starting to get more comfortable with the circuit and the car. We're not running with the right setup either, which doesn't help. We're running with a Bahrain setup, which I found online, which I figured may be about as close to this as I could possibly get. So we're probably not getting the maximum out of the car, but having said that, last time out in Miami we had a Miami setup and it got us nowhere, as we once again close up on the back of Pourchaire with no cigar for us, coming through turns 1 and 2, hugging the back of his car. We are making very slight progress to get towards the back of his car. We run deep into the corner, try and get some more of the cutback, tighter line. It's not really helping as we come down towards the next hairpin. Taking much more curb than he does. It makes us close up a little bit more. More overtake going on as we come towards the uphill S's. And look how much we close up here. Watching out for that sausage curb. It's absolutely lethal. Coming through this corner, which I have trouble with on every game, but I absolutely nail it on this occasion. And we got the overtake on, and we're going to go to the outside into the new hairpin. And we're going to sweep round the outside of Teo Pourchaire. He comes across and hits us for no reason at all. Disgusting from our teammate. That will be put on his performance review at the end of this year, as he still hangs around the outside. That will be noted as well, but not in a negative way. We want to see more of that as we come through the final sector. Will we be able to defend from him down the straight is the next question, and will he be able to defend from Nicholas Latifi? It's debatable, but we seem to be okay. We're quite comfortably ahead of our teammate now. Let's go on board with that move from a little bit of a better angle. And this corner, I absolutely hate it, but on this occasion, I feel as though I absolutely nailed it in a car which doesn't perform very well at all. Around the outside we go. Watch Pourchaire here. It opens the steering and just hits us on the wheel cover. Did a good job of not using that for advertisement, because the sponsors would not be happy. And we come down into sector 3, clip the sausage curb, and close him out, which just gets us the position as we ride on board from his perspective. Watch this. Absolutely no reason to open the steering there. He just intended to hit us. I'm starting to get the impression that he's not the biggest fan of this car or us. And to be honest, I don't blame him, because this car is terrible. And there we are, closing out the position, pushing him back down the field. And we rejoin the action on lap 13 coming through the final sector, and we get out onto the curb and we spin on the sausage curb out there and sit at the pit entrance contemplating my life choices. I was going to spin the car around, but then I decided I may as well come into the pits because we were pitting on lap 14 anyway, and we come screeching down here towards the pit limiter line and join the pit lane. The team ahead are coming out now in bright green overalls, as I updated the team colours recently. Ready with the tyres. I still messed up the turn in because it said turn in, but it's displaying a button, and every time I hit the button it doesn't do anything. The front left took forever there to come off and go back on. So it didn't really matter in the end that I missed the turn into the box. And here we go. We've been lapped already. We are just over a third distance. We've got no temperature in the tyres, so we're all over the place. People going left, right and centre trying to get past us. We've actually changed the result of the race there, allowing Carlos Sainz to get blocked in behind us, and Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton to get past, and George Russell. So Carlos Sainz has gone from running at least second all the way down to fifth, just because we had cold tyres and couldn't get out of his way. But by this point, we are 40 seconds behind our teammate Teo Pourchaire, and absolutely nowhere in this race with a dying car and cold tyres. It's not looking good for us as I run wide onto the gravel, and I do not care at this stage what happens to the car because it's going to be slow with gravel on the tyres or not. So we rejoin after the rest of the pit stops on lap 19. The rear end going really crazy there. As we come down towards the final chicane, we go over the sausage curb, get a bit too much on the exit curb, and back onto the circuit. Didn't realise that there was another car there, and it was Valtteri Bottas. Managed to smack the rear wing there, and well, you can already see we've lost a small amount of downforce, which is not ideal for a car which didn't have any downforce to begin with. And coming back onto the circuit, I didn't see Lance Stroll there going past. As we try getting the car going again, we've had a massive accident there as Zhou Guanyu just smashes into the back of our car as we try and get it going in a straight line. It's still being unwielding. The Alfa Romeo now sits in the barrier. Zhou Guanyu might actually be dead after that impact. That was a big hit there. Let's go on board. You see the fight in the car trying to get it moving, and he just goes straight into the back of us. We weren't on the racing line, so I'm really confused what he was doing all the way over to the right hand side. This was his onboard view, and you can see he pulls to the right and just goes straight into the back of us, and that puts him straight out of this race. We rejoin. Safety car came out for that, and I realised that having picked up a penalty for crashing into Zhou Guanyu, or for him crashing into me, we've broken the safety car, and you can see the delta on the right hand side just continually flashing red. No matter what I do, it just keeps staying red. So I think at this stage the safety car is actually broken in its entirety. Everyone on circuit is driving incredibly slowly and is not closing up to the back of the safety car. So I get fed up at this stage and decide to overtake Sebastian Vettel to see if I can kick him into gear. And Vettel decides that he's not going to retake the position. I let him back through. The apparent issue is still ongoing. So later on the next lap, after driving around at 3 miles an hour, I decide to give him the hurry up and give him a push. That hasn't worked. We have died and gone through him. So again, we need to figure out something else. I have to try and fix this bug. Lap 22 now, still driving at a snail's pace, and the tyres are absolutely freezing cold. At this moment I decide, you know what, we've got a 5-second penalty. Let's just carry on. We have no intention of giving that position back, New Jeff, as we lose control of the rear because the tyres are freezing cold. The engine's probably about to blow up as well. So we've now got a 5-second penalty on top of our original penalty for ignoring yellow flags, but at least the tyres have got some heat into them there as we do a nice drift. Coming down into the final sector and the chicane. Up ahead we've got, I think it's the Williams of Alex Albon. Not Nicholas Latifi, we're nowhere near him on track. There's Albon. Let's take that position. Up next we've got Yuki Tsunoda, take that position. Up next, Lance Stroll will take that position. And see what happens from that. Safety car at this point was actually coming in. I realised it wasn't broken as much as I thought it was. But here we go, we're racing again. Not much has been happening. I've tried to get out of the McLaren's way, but he has hit me as I come into the pits to serve this drive-through penalty, and then I smash my front wing up on the wall and get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well, bringing our total penalties up to 25 seconds. We're not playing F1 multiplayer open lobbies, so I was quite surprised. This is the largest penalty I've ever had. I forgot to remove the pit limiter. There we go, I finally realised. And the safety car was inside of us. Because the front wing that I smashed up... Oh, there we go, we got the Delta again. Unfortunately, though, at the pit stop to fix the front wing, I wasn't paying attention and forgot to pull away, which isn't ideal. The safety car is on track still. And we are coming down towards turn 1. We've still got another drive-through penalty, but unsurprisingly, the glitch is back. And we've absolutely royally screwed that one up. Coming out of the pit lane, immediately crashed into the barriers. We're on the cold tyres. Try to rejoin the track, and it's beached. At the minute, we are ghosted on the side of turn 3 with no way of getting off of this curb. And then we get this stopped on track warning, which I think would disqualify us at this stage of the race. Just about managed to get it off of the curb, but we have smashed the rear wing up even more and crashed into the side of a Williams. Our teammate may have actually taken a hit there. And then I get told that I'm falling too far back, despite the fact I'm about 2 laps down from everyone at this point. Quite thoroughly fed up with the state of affairs. The rear wing is so damaged that we've got absolutely no downforce whatsoever, as is displayed. Most of this video would have just been me spinning the car, because at this stage of the Grand Prix, we've just got nothing left. At the moment, I think the 25 seconds worth of penalty still stands, as we see an Alpine go flying through. We spun again, try and get it back going, spin it round, and we've been hit by the other Alfa Romeo of Valtteri Bottas. He is now out of the session. We've blown up at some point between now and the last time we checked in. So multiple components in the car on fire. We've spun again, thanks to this broken rear wing, which apparently contributes to quite a lot of the downforce. Rejoin halfway through lap 29. Very timid with the wheel at the moment, just trying not to cause any more havoc. And we've already spun again. Lance Stroll comes in and hits us. And that's put the Aston Martin into the barrier. He is now out of the session as well. And we're still only P20. We haven't got past Valtteri Bottas yet for P19. So we're not having a great time. A big catch there from the car. Come down towards here. We've got the drive-through penalty to serve still. We spun again. But I think, thankfully, at this stage, the leaders are coming through, which means that if we allow them past, we can finally end this torture and spin and finish the race. So yet another spin. Try to get out the way of the leaders here as quickly as possible and take the inside line. There goes Charles Leclerc. We decide not to take the drive-through and to just carry on to the finish, trying to get out of the way, nearly lose the rear again as we come across the line. Finally, we have made it to the end of the Grand Prix. P20, we're several laps down on multiple cars. I think everybody. Sebastian Vettel picks up driver of the day, and we will do nothing but hold our heads in shame. If anything, I suppose Monaco is supposed to be up next, so at least we're not going to have as bad of a race in Monaco as this, at the very least. And I know I can't do Monaco, I crash every time I do Monaco. I don't think I've ever finished a race in Monaco, mainly because it was co-op career anyway. But at least on this, I've got flashbacks. I am going to make it to the end, so that I can make a video that lasts more than 5 seconds. But I don't think it can match this. This has got to have been the worst race I have ever done in Formula 1. I have never had this many issues ever with a car, with broken parts, a broken rear wing, and causing all of these DNFs just because I couldn't control the car after it had been smashed to pieces. So here's to Monaco not being this bad, as Charles Leclerc celebrates on the podium for the second time this season. We'll get on with the final results, I guess. And here are the final results. Of course, we saw Charles Leclerc had taken the win, but it's a double podium for Mercedes with George Russell and Lewis Hamilton joining him. Then we had Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly round out the top 10. Over the Drivers' Championship, this means that Carlos Sainz is still at the top of the table, but he's now just 2 points ahead of his teammate. Then it's a small jump back to George Russell in third and Lewis Hamilton. Then we have the 2 Red Bulls of Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen in 5th and 6th, followed by Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon. And then round out the top 10, we have Lando Norris just ahead of Pierre Gasly. Further down the order, Daniel Ricciardo draws level with Valtteri Bottas for 11th. They're followed by Yuki Tsunoda and Sebastian Vettel in joint 13th. Then we have Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen, Alex Albon, ourselves, Zhou Guanyu, Lance Stroll, Nicolas Latifi and Théo Pourchaire. Finally, over in the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari maintain their lead at the top of the table ahead of Mercedes. Then we have Red Bull and Alpine, and a bigger leap back to McLaren and AlphaTauri in a battle for 5th. Then it's Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin as the final point scorers, followed by Haas, Williams who jump up to 10th, and Slothz down in 11th. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.